Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to film my current beauty favorites, kind of. I haven't really been keeping up with doing monthly favorites, but these are my current beauty must-haves and items I really enjoy and I've been liking. These items are fairly new, so they are going to be something that you can pick up because they're like the latest and greatest kind of thing. So I wanted to share them with you because I've really been enjoying them. And it's always nice to get new things, you know, but yeah. So let's just jump into it. So the first thing, which is probably my most favorite thing currently, and I don't have like the actual bottle to show you. I did just get a sample, but it is a sample like this, and I got this from Sephora, and it is the Josie Maran foundation. And I originally saw on Jaclyn Hill's channel that she was raving about it. She said it was great. And her skin is dry, whereas mine is combination oily. So it's a little bit weary because Josie Maran is really known for having really hydrating oil-based products. And for me, I feel like oil-based products, especially in a foundation, can make me look really dewy and greasy, more so than anything. So I was a little bit hesitant, which is why I got the sample size. But you guys, I absolutely love it. It's just such a great product, and it does give you a really nice finish to your skin. You're not completely matte, but you're not completely dewy, so it leaves your skin with like a really nice satin kind of finish, but with the right amount of dewiness to it, if that makes any sense. And the color I got is a little bit too dark, so I did order online the color, I think it's called Fearless. I will put it down below, the color I ordered. And I think it is an absolutely amazing foundation. It's currently what I'm wearing today. It is very full coverage. A little does go a long way. I've only used it with a brush, and I love it. And I just think it's just a phenomenal foundation, and I can't get over it. And it's just very weightless on the skin. You'd be surprised because I feel like the more coverage a foundation has, the weightier it feels on your skin, but I don't have that problem with this foundation, and I feel like that's really nice in a foundation, because I hate to have a foundation that feels like it's sitting on top of my skin rather than a part of my skin. So that's why I've been loving it so much. I think it's probably my favoriteest foundation of all time currently, which is saying a lot because I love the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I also love the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, but I just love the way that this foundation feels on the skin. And I'm like basically finished with this sample, and I'm like dreading it because I really hope that the new one comes before I finish this, because I've been using it almost every single day. So moving on from that, the next product I've been thoroughly enjoying is one from Makeup Geek. This is the Makeup Geek x Kathleen Lights palette. I think that when I saw this, I was like, ooh, that looks amazing, because if you look at it, the colors are ones that are going to be geared towards so many different skin tones, and I thought that especially for women of color who are tan or a little bit deeper in color, this is going to be a nice palette, especially for us. So when I saw it that she was launching this, I was really interested, and I saved the date on my calendar, so the morning that it launched, I did purchase it, and I'm so happy I decided to do that because it is such a phenomenal highlighting palette. I cannot rave about it enough. I love highlighters. It's my current obsession. So I think that, I don't know, I just feel like I've just used so many highlighters, and I love so many different brands when it comes to highlighters, but this one just definitely gave so many top line brands a run for their money, especially for the price point. I just can't get over how great the product is. So as you can see, it's in a cardboard packaging like this. It does have a sleeve that goes on top. It's around somewhere. And when you open it, you get 3 very large size pans. I don't know the like amount of ounces and weight and all that stuff, like I don't know, but it's a really great size product. You can see the pans are very big, and when they apply on, they're so pigmented. Like, I was so impressed with the pigmentation. I've had it for only a couple of days, but I really have been loving it, because when you dip your brush into the product and you apply it on your skin, it just gives you the most gorgeous highlight on your cheekbones or whatever you apply it to, but it looks absolutely amazing. And I am loving these two colors on the outside because they're more golden. I have used this once and it is very pretty as well, but I typically tend to gravitate towards more golden highlights because of my skin tone. They complement them the most. So these are the business, and I just cannot get over how amazing the product is. I cannot wait for Makeup Geek to launch her highlights, because she said that she's going to be, like, you know, releasing more highlights. So I'm really excited about that because the formulation of these are very creamy, very easy to work with. They're not overpowering to the point where you look like you have like so much highlight on. It's like chill girl, but I love it so much, and I think she just did such a great job. And the thing that I did love about it was that she stressed in her channel on the video that she released about this product that she made this geared towards a lot of different skin tones. She said she's more fair, but she wanted this to be something that's more universal, and she saw that on her channel. A lot of feedback from women of color were saying that like they didn't have enough highlights. So she did try to make this highlight geared towards more skin tones variations rather than lighter to medium. So I really appreciated that, and I think that women of color across the world will appreciate it as well, because it is just such a phenomenal product. And it's nice that she took, you know, people who are deeper in skin tone into consideration while making this. So yeah, I definitely think this is worth it. I would love to get a backup if it's still available. I don't know if it's limited, if it's limited edition. Pretty sure it is, but it's a great product. But I don't want to get a backup because she's going to be releasing some singles, so I'm kind of just going to wait for that, I think. But if you want something like this, this is really great for on the go, for traveling, and it's beautiful. And the only thing that's missing is a mirror, but I love the product, so who cares? Okay, so moving on from that palette, I'm going to share with you another palette I have been enjoying. And this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is the Modern Renaissance palette. And when I saw this palette, I really wanted it, but I was like, no, take a break from makeup. You buy so much makeup. God knows you do not need one more eyeshadow palette. Like, if you can see this makeup room, there's eyeshadow palettes there, there's eyeshadow palettes here, there's eyeshadow palettes up there and in drawers. So like, Lord knows I do not need not one more eyeshadow palette, but I succumbed to my needs and I bought this guy. So this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I loved it because it's got colors that I would gravitate towards, and I especially loved it because I love orangey toned eyeshadows, especially for my transition color. I think they look really good on people who are my skin tone and deeper. So it had my favorite color transition shade right now, and it is the burnt orange. And I also love this color called Regar, which is really, really beautiful orange. And then it's got some really like beautiful berry tones and this red I don't know, forgive me. But this color right here is really beautiful. I think that this is a really great palette overall because it's got really beautiful champagne colors that really pop on the eyelids, as well as like transition shades, smoky shades. I just think it's a great palette for every skin tone, not just like medium to dark. I think it can be well suited for so many different skin tones, and the color pigmentation is spot on. I love Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. I've raved about them so much on my channel, and it's just a really good size. It's got a nice mirror, and it comes with a brush as well. So this has been really great. This is awesome for traveling because I don't think that it's one of those palettes that you need to have other eyeshadows to complete a look. I think it's a one-stop shop, which I think is especially important in a palette. So I think that she did a great job with the color selections on here, and I love it so much. So moving on from that, I'm going to share with you guys some lip products I've been liking. So I went to Ulta and I was looking around, and I happened to stumble upon the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks, and I was like, I don't really need any more lipsticks. Several matte lipsticks right now, and I've been really enjoying them. I don't need one more, and I feel like I tend to gravitate towards these mauvey nudie shades. So I was like, I don't need not one more shade like that. So the girl who was working at Ulta that day was like, oh, you should get this, it's the last one. It's sold out on Too Faced. It's sold out like pretty much everywhere. I can't believe we have one more, and it was like the last one. So I was like, let me just listen to her and get it, even though I really didn't need it. And I got it, and I'm so happy I did because I love it. I've never used this Too Faced formula of liquid lipstick, and I think that is probably one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks I have ever applied because it doesn't feel overly drying. And I went to go visit my sister in Orlando, and she tried it as well because she liked it on me, and she was like, this feels really good for matte lipstick. And she's like, I hate matte lipsticks because they feel so drying, but she's like, this one doesn't feel very drying, it feels really good, and it lasts for a really long time on lips. I've eaten meals and it's still there. I do have to touch up a little bit, but not like extreme amount. And I think it's such a great product. I love it. They did such an incredible job with the formulation because, like I said before, it's not overly drying, and I feel like on your lips, you don't like something that's especially drying because you're talking and your lips like tend to crack and stuff like that. So I think that they did a great job with this, and I love it. And I think this color is beautiful, and I think you should definitely try to get your hands on it if you have Too Faced products by you sold. You'll like it, I promise. So the lip liner that I love to pair with that is one from MAC, and it is in the color Spice. Like I said before, I went to go visit my sister a couple weeks ago, and I took this with me on accident, but I'm happy I took it because I've been wearing it into the ground. It is such a great mauve tone. It is something that I like to use with so many different lipstick shades because it's just such a great, I want to say, outline for your lips, and it's just a nice mauve. So it's very similar or close to my actual lip tone, just a little bit darker, and it gives me a really great definition without being too over the top. And I will show you a swatch of this so you can see what it looks like. Actually, both. Okay, so here you see the top is the MAC lip liner in Spice, and the bottom is the Too Faced liquid lipstick in the color Sellout. And you could see how beautiful they are, and they pair together so well. I just can't get over the two of those shades. Okay, so moving on from those, I'm going to share with you a blush I've been liking, and this one has been from MAC, and this is in the color Honey Jasmine, and this is a satin blush that is a little bit more on the matte side, and it is like a really nice muted orange. It's really hard to pick up the color in the camera because of the light, but it's a really gorgeous muted orange. It looks so nice on the skin. I just love it because, like I said, I'm really into those orangey tones, and this one just tends to complement whatever I'm wearing on my eyes, no matter what shade it is. So I've been using this shade so much, I tend to gravitate towards it, I realized. And I was like, when I was packing to go to see my sister, I was like, I have to have this blush. And I was like, you've been really feeling this blush lately, Sam. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because MAC blushes are really incredible to me. I love the quality of them. And this one just looks absolutely beautiful no matter what skin tone you are. I feel like it can really work. If you're deeper in skin tone, I feel like it might look a little chalky because it is a little bit lighter. But if you're fair to medium dark, I want to say, this will definitely do a really nice job of complementing your skin tone and adding a really beautiful orange flush to the skin, but that's not too orange. It's a really muted orange, so it looks really nice. So moving on from that, I'm going to share with you 3 concealers I've been loving. Yes, 3. That's a lot, I know. But the first one I'm going to share with you is one from Kat Von D. This is the new Lock-It Concealer. This is in the color Warm. I like the way this applies. It's very full coverage, which is really nice. You do have to work with the product fairly quickly because it does tend to dry quicker. So as soon as I apply it, I like to blend it out with my beauty blender and get to setting it with any powder that you may enjoy because it does dry really quick, and if you don't get it quick enough, I feel like you have to work with the product more and it's not as easy to move. But I really like it. The coverage is phenomenal, and I think that she did a really good job on the formulation of this, and I like it. The next one I've been enjoying, I'm going from like least favorite to most favorite, is the Born This Way Too Faced Foundation Concealer. This is in the color Tan. You guys, this is amazing. I love this concealer. It is very full coverage. It's very easy to work with. It doesn't settle into my fine lines. It just is such a great concealer. I loved the Urban Decay Naked ones for so long, but I really like this. I've been gravitating towards it. I love it to set underneath my eyebrows and kind of define that area as well as underneath my eyes. And lately I've been feeling like instead of using my eyeshadow primer. I've just been using this to prime my eyes and setting it with my tried and true It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation in Rich. So I love this. It's such a great product. It sets so nicely, and I cannot get over the coverage and just the quality of this product. It's amazing. Now for my favorite of them all. This one is from Tarte. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer Corrector, and this is in the color Tan. You guys, this is amazing. It's currently what I have on right now. It's a little light. I feel like they didn't do a good job as far as color selection, because I feel like it was like this or a really dark color that was way past my skin tone. I really wish they would have put an in-between color to kind of, you know, geared towards women of color or those who are a little bit more tan to deeper in color. I felt like they went from this to dark, and I feel like it just didn't have a great selection, but the quality of this product is phenomenal. It just is such a great concealer. I think this is currently my favorite concealer because it just wears so nicely. I never have problems with creasing. I set it and I don't even have to like rush to set it with a powder. Like usually I'm like, oh, let me get a powder under there so it doesn't like form fine lines. But I feel like I do not crease like barely with this product. I just use a beauty blender to pat it out and to apply it, and it goes on so nicely. The coverage is great. I like this color for my skin tone. I wish it was a tad bit deeper, but it does work really well for me, and I have been really enjoying it. So if you can get your hands on it, it was really hard for me to find it because it was sold out, and this just so happened to be the last one. But if you can find it, buy it, because you will love it and you will thank me later. Thank me down below in the comments, okay? Because you will love it. So the last product I've been enjoying is one that I was like very on the fence about for a very long time. I didn't really enjoy it at first, and then I was like, man, it's okay, and now I really like it. And it is the Mercier. This is the translucent powder. Everybody talks about it, everybody loves it, but I just thought that it just didn't set well underneath my eyes. It was very drying. I felt like it just didn't look good. So I just would mix it with my Graftopian Banana Cream Pie powder, and I felt like together they paired well. But I was looking at it in my drawer and I was like, I'm never using this. Let me like try to give it a chance again, because I feel like sometimes you just gotta give things a second try or work with them or use it with different brushes or whatever. And I've been using it and I've been really enjoying it. I think it sets underneath my eyes really well. I haven't had any problems with flashback. I haven't had any problems with it looking too dry underneath my eyes, because I felt like that's what it was doing when I first used it. But now I feel like I've worked with the product better and I know how to use it better. So I've been really enjoying it. I just pat it out with my beauty blender that's damp and just brush away the excess. It is a little light, I will admit that, but I don't put too much underneath my eyes, because the more you put on, I feel like the brighter it makes underneath my eyes look. And I like it to be like a natural highlight underneath my eyes, not like bam highlight. So I don't put like a whole bunch, but it is a really nice setting powder. It's very smooth and it just sets underneath my eyes really well. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. And I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.